We need to talk about Skattebo. This Skittle-munching savage just dropped 30 points in fantasy football, took over social media, and I want to tell you, should you believe the hype? I'll break down all the pros and cons and give my verdict at the end of the video. Specifically, in this video, I'm going to talk about the forecast for him in fantasy football. What is his upside? Where should he rank among running backs in the league? Since Skattebo became the starting running back in New York, he's the number 5 running back in all of fantasy. The only guys with more fantasy points per game than him are Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, and Javonte Williams. When I'm evaluating fantasy football running backs, I always look at 2 factors. First, volume, and then efficiency. So the big thing first and foremost is that Skattebo is still the featured running back despite Tyrone Tracy returning. Properly evaluating running backs is a major part of what's allowed me to be so successful in fantasy football the last 20 plus years. Ask the comments what percentage of my leagues I've won. Brian Dabble, the Giants coach, usually likes to go something like a 60-30-10 split between his top 3 running backs. Skattebo actually exceeded that a little bit, both probably because Tyrone Tracy's still a little bit hurt and also because he was just setting the tone in this game extremely well. What I'm also very interested in is the fact that he had all the running back pass targets in this game and then he got all the running back goal line carries and short yardage carries. So from a volume standpoint, this is an elite running back. He checks all 3 boxes. He's the main guy in first and second down. He's a third down passing receiving threat and he gets goal line carries. And quick disclosure, I had Skattebo ranked higher than most experts the last few weeks. He's been a top 10 to 12 running back for me on my rankings. You can view how I rank every single player in the NFL at fansports.com up here. Updating the rankings every day. Want to help you guys win your fantasy football league. But I need to spend a good amount of time talking about Skattebo's efficiency as well. This is the other part of the equation to see how valuable he is in fantasy. Normally, when evaluating running back efficiency, I consider the fact that there are usually only 2, 3, 4 guys in the entire NFL who are really on another level as running backs, historic types who can elevate any offense despite the offensive line, despite the game script, etc. It was a controversial take when I started playing fantasy football in the early 2000s, but nowadays we more or less accept this. But here's where it gets interesting with Skattebo. I think this might be a historic talent we're witnessing. When we try to find historic comparisons for him, we think about guys like Mike Allstott, Jerome Bettis, Larry Zonka, Earl Campbell, more recently a guy like Derrick Henry or perhaps even Brandon Jacobs. But all of these guys are bigger than Skattebo. Skattebo is listed at 5'11", 220, plus he has a 39.5-inch vertical. It was the second highest of all running backs in the draft class. Dude is a back-flipping freak of nature. He almost plays running back like a sumo wrestler once he's going up against a linebacker. Despite all this, his yards per carry has been very average. His yards after contact is actually slightly below average for a running back who's getting this many carries. But there is a reason for this. Skattebo only has 1 run over 20 yards this entire NFL season. Compare that to in college last year when he had a 30-plus yard run in half of his games. Had even more big plays in his first 2 years at Sacramento State. The guy is a big play threat, and this inflates yards after contact a lot. For instance, the league leader right now is Jeremy McNichols just because of 1 play where he got hit at a line of scrimmage, ran for 70 yards for a touchdown. And like Derrick Henry, we will see some big touchdowns from Skattebo in the future. Jaxsondart's rushing ability helps open lanes for him. It's only a matter of time until he locks this part of his game in the NFL as well. So I like him. You can see exactly where I rank him now at fansports.com. Let me know if you like this individual player breakdown vid. Curious.